Today, we're going to start talking about a topic that is kind of taboo. A lot of people love to avoid it like the plague, but it is something that we interact with on a daily basis. And it is so important to truly understand it. And that's money. When you think about money, what do you think about? What first comes to mind? Do you first see the dollars in your wallet, the coins, the change that are sitting in the glove compartment of your car? Do you think about the numbers on a screen when you pull up your bank account? That's what most people think money is. And while they're not wrong, money is so much deeper than that. Money is energy. You may or may not have heard this before. Money is energy, and thought to yourself, what in the world does that even mean? And that's exactly why I created this channel. It is so important for us to know what money truly is, that money is energy, and how to work with that energy, because this combined with financial strategy is what helps us create more abundance in our businesses and our lives, and it gets to feel easy. So many people are trapped by the 3D perception of what money is. We see money as, again, just the numbers in our bank account, dollar bills, coins, change, and we feel restricted. We feel like we can't spend it, like we need to hoard it, that money is hard to receive, that we have to work hard for money. And none of this is true. All this is are beliefs that we have inherited most of the time from our childhood and society. And we are told over and over and over again these stories. And depending on how we were raised and what we were experienced and exposed to when we were children, it has shaped how we perceive money. And so when we can strip away all of what we've learned, get rid of it, and truly understand what money is at the core, energy, we can completely transform our financial lives for ourselves, for our families, for our communities. And it has this ripple effect. And more and more and more people, that's why I'm so passionate about this work, need to understand the true way to generate money. So let's take a step back and think about energy. If we think about from a physics perspective, this isn't a bunch of woo-woo spiritual talk. From a physics perspective, everything in this world, in this universe, is made up of energy. If you were to put this microphone under a microscope and look at it, you would see that at its core, there's a bunch of atoms that are vibrating at a particular frequency. And they're vibrating so slow, which is what creates this into matter. If we were to look at anything in this universe, you included, you are made up of energy. Our thoughts are energy, our emotions, the way we speak, everything is energy. And so is money. And energy is meant to flow. It moves in, it moves out, it is a current. And if you think about the word for money, it's currency. Current currency. Money is supposed to flow like energy. And if we could understand this at our core, that money is supposed to come in and it is supposed to flow out. We are the conduit for that energy. Money flows in through us and out through us. And what I'll be covering in more depth on this channel is the blocks that we create in that flow and how we release those blocks. It lives in the body, it lives in our nervous system. And when we can clear those blocks, it opens up that channel of energy for more money to flow through freely. I want you to think about a river and think about the abundance of water that flows through a river. It's moving, it's flowing, there's a current to the river, it's giving life. It's giving an abundance of resources for communities, for nature. It is flowing. And think about when a river stops. It becomes stagnant. It becomes murky, gross, clouded, dirty. Maybe it starts accumulating like algae. It stops the free flowing of life. Maybe the fish start dying because that flow of water has stopped moving. It becomes no longer life giving. Money works in the exact same way. It's meant to flow. It's meant to flow in and out of us. And when it does, it circulates back into the community. It circulates back into the universe to bless others, to continue being life giving. And so often I see with the entrepreneurs that I work with is they have an avoidance to actually circulating money. We are often taught that we need to hoard, we need to save, we need to hold on to money because for a rainy day fund, an emergency fund, it's all of these things that we're constantly taught that spending money is not safe, that spending money is a threat. And what I want people to learn on this channel is by doing that, you're actually blocking the flow of money. So, to start, I just want you to become aware of how you feel when you interact with money. This is something that we interact with on a daily basis, whether you notice it or not. So, this could be, how do you feel when you get a Stripe deposit? When a client pays you cash transfer, how do you feel? Do you have feelings come up of anxiousness, of, ooh, that's not enough, I need more? Do you feel abundant and think there's more where that came from? How do you feel? What thoughts are you having when you receive money? On the flip side, how do you feel when you spend money? So, when you go to pay your tax bill is a big one that I see with my clients. How do you feel when you go to pay your taxes or you go to pay your rent or any other bills? Are you resentful? Are you thinking that something is being taken from you? Do you feel like, ugh, this just pains me? This bill is so expensive. What thoughts and feelings are coming up for you when you spend money? So, for now, just start noticing the thoughts that you're thinking or the feelings that you're feeling, the emotions that are coming up whenever you interact with money. What this is doing, it's giving you a clue as to what's living in your subconscious mind, what your belief systems are around money. Why this is important is your subconscious mind, the belief systems that you hold, are dictating 95% of the actions that you are taking in this reality. Whether you realize it or not, your belief systems are determining how you price in your business, what offers you're willing to put out into the world, how you're showing up for sales calls, whether you're willing to invest in yourself or perhaps in your business. All of these decisions that you are making around money are based on the belief systems that you hold about it. And then once we understand those belief systems, we get to decide whether we want to keep these beliefs or shift them. Are they serving me or are they not serving me? If they're serving me, great, let's keep it. If they're not serving me, we want to shift them. And sometimes you can just notice a belief and say, I don't really want to carry that anymore, and flip it right on the spot, and it's easy, gone. Other times, they're beliefs that you've been holding for a long time. They're these core, deep seated beliefs that we've had since childhood that have been influenced by our parents or our caregivers, maybe growing up in religion, our school system, society. And we need to do a little bit more work to pluck those beliefs out and actually shift them in our body. And that's what we're going to be doing on this channel. I, as a CPA, know all the things about financial strategy, and I help my clients every day know, what do I do with my money? So, we're going to talk about the strategic lens of money and how to actually facilitate it and move it between accounts. But I'm also a breathwork and somatics facilitator. And the thing about money, all these money blocks, the anxiety, the fear, the doubt, the worry, all of that lives in the body. And so, in order for us to open up this channel of abundance, for us to truly become that conduit that allows money to flow freely, is we need to release that stagnant energy out of the body. And I'm going to help you do that. I'm also a money mindset coach. So, on this channel, we're going to be talking about how we shift our money beliefs. I'm going to give you tools and tricks that I use in my daily life to flip that switch of how I'm actually interacting with money and my beliefs around money. So, we're going to talk about the strategy, the energetics, the nervous system, and mindset. And I tell you, when you combine all of this, it's chef's kiss. You're going to transform your relationship with money. And so I'm so excited to be launching this channel. I love this stuff. I live and breathe it. I love money. And I want you all to have a relationship with money to where you love it too. And not just, again, it creates a ripple effect in our families' lives and our communities' lives. And the more people that know this work and can share this work with others, we can truly transform the consciousness of the people on this planet and just change lives for the better. The more people, the more good people that have more money, the more good is done in the world. And that is truly my mission. I want to get more money in the hands of more good people. And I know you're one of those people. You're one of the entrepreneurs that are heart led, soul led, that are doing great work in this world. And I'm so happy, so excited that I get to support you on this journey. So that's it for this week. Stay tuned for next. I look forward to seeing you there and have an abundant, amazing week ahead.